Paws for Adoption is made possible by the generous sponsorship of Sunset Flowerland and Greenhouses, Ridge Road, Fairfield, providing greenhouses, gardening supplies, flower shop, gift shop, interior landscaping, and pellet stoves. Open 7 days a week. SunsetGreenhouses.com.
Hi, my name is Carolyn Gibson, and I am a volunteer here at the Humane Society Waterville area. Welcome to today's episode of Paws for Adoption. Our first cat today on the show is Cassie. Cassie is a very friendly brown tabby. She's a petite little girl, and she's getting quite comfortable considering we just met today. Cassie likes spending time out in the lobby and getting to know the people who work here and all the visitors. As you can see, she enjoys a good snuggle and is very curious. She's been looking around the room, and I think she's planning her little route of escape here as we speak, but she just wants to get out and check things out. And she's a nice little petite kitty with beautiful green eyes, huh, Cassie? And Cassie's about 5 years old. She's a spayed female. And she's a staff favorite here because she's just so friendly and warm. And she really likes to spend time with people, don't you, pretty girl? So Cassie would love to come home with you if you have room in your heart and home for a sweet little girl. Right, Cassie? Where are you going? This little kitty is Mossy. Even though Mossy is quite small and is one of the smaller cats at the shelter, she is an adult at about 2 years old. She's just very petite. Mossy is a nice, shiny black and white kitty, nice tuxedo type markings with beautiful yellow kitty cat eyes. You can see she has some white socks on her toes, in front and back. Mossy is one of the quieter kitties here at the shelter. She does like to kind of curl up and have some space and be quiet. But she also, as you can see, really enjoys some attention. Mossy seems to enjoy being pet and sitting in people's laps and having some nice, calm, quiet attention. She has a lovely purr going on now. It's just moving through her whole body. She's so happy. I'm going to say hi, Mossy. So if you're looking for a nice kitty, maybe on the smaller size, somebody who likes to have attention but is also quiet, maybe a little more reserved, and would like a nice, simple, peaceful life, Mossy would be a great cat for you. This beautiful girl is Eclipse. She is a nice, petite white female who's a little bit of a handful at the moment. Even though Eclipse is really quite a small kitty, she has been a mother. She came in with her kittens. She's about 4 years old herself. And she was out in foster with her kittens recently, and we were told that she's really come out of her shell. Now, she and I haven't spent much time together, so I think that's why she's so antsy right now. She has lovely, lovely colors. It's a beautiful white kitty. And she is snuggly. Don't let her wiggliness fool you. Right now she's just excited. She's a pretty girl. She's shedding a little bit. Probably would benefit from a little brushing, huh? There we go. Now she's settling down, getting nice and snuggled in. All right, kitty. So Eclipse will be being spayed soon and will be ready to go home. She's a nice, petite little kitty. Seems like she's pretty playful. Yeah, she just wants to get out and explore, but she's giving in to that desire to have a little attention too. Nice and snuggly, huh, baby? Okay, kitty. So if you'd like an entertaining, beautiful kitty who might come in your lap and then wiggle right out of it after some love, Eclipse would be a good candidate for you. This adorable guy is Pepe. Pepe came in as a stray, and he's about 2 years old. and he is super friendly. So Pepe will be new to the adoption for pretty soon because he'll be getting neutered, and then he'll be available. And we're hoping he goes home really quickly because he is just such a love. He's very playful, and right now he wants to see what's going on with the filming and interact, looking right into the camera with those beautiful kitty eyes. So Pepper is mostly white. He does have some pretty black markings on his head and a mostly black tail. He's a young kitty. He's still pretty playful, but he's so friendly that he was purring even before I finished opening the door to take him out and give him some attention. And he's all about it. He's all for it, aren't you, Pepe? Oh, there he goes. Watch out, kitty. As you can see, he's a little silly, too. He seems to think he's going to fit out, and you know what? I think he might be right. Come here, Pepe. There you go, kitty. We don't need you getting stuck, huh? So Pepe would be a great cat looking for someone who's really playful and silly and snuggly and who has a great purr. Right, Pepe? He's a super sweet boy, and he's definitely ready to go home. All right. This striking young guy is Joey. So Joey is hanging out here in one of the cat rooms at the Humane Society, and he is another super friendly kitty. Joey came right up to us as soon as we walked in the door and is ready for attention. Joey's about 3 years old, and he seems to be just fine and happy here with the other cats in the cat room. And he's very playful and affectionate and loving. He's having a good time just sitting in my lap and getting some rubs, huh, kitty? Joey has some really interesting markings with this beautiful dark gray coloring and the white. Yeah, huh, kitty? He's a good sized cat, not too big, but not too small. A little petite kitty tail, huh? He has a nice deep kitty purr. He's really happy to get some love. So Joey would be more than happy to come home with you and explore your house and get to know you and your family and be at home. Wouldn't you, kitty? Yeah. There you go, Joey. There you go. What a nice boy. Good kitty. Yeah. Aww. This talkative kitty is Cindy. Cindy is trying to steal the show over here with her little interruptions. Cindy is super friendly and has decided that she wants to be a star too. She's very curious about the camera, curious about people. She's quite friendly. Yes, she enjoys getting rubbed, and she likes to tell you that she enjoys it too. Don't you, Cindy? She's got some beautiful markings. Yes, huh, kitty? Come here, Cindy. Super friendly, very loving, loves to get attention, loves to talk. Yes, she's a good girl, huh, Cindy? She's got a lot of personality to offer, don't you, pretty lady? Yeah. So Cindy's also a playful kitty, curious and likes to be interacted with. She definitely seems like a cat that appreciates spending time with others and being in the company of people who are going to give her attention and love. And she's also pretty curious about the other cats here in the room too, and is wanting to see what they're up to and maybe if they're getting some love that she would like too. Huh, kitty? Come here, Cindy. So Cindy says she would like to go home with you as soon as possible so she can tell you about her kitty life and all the things she'd like to do. Right, Cindy? Huh, kitty? This beautiful girl is Daisy. And Daisy is a super friendly gray and white kitty. Oh. So Daisy is a cat who loves being with people. And apparently it's her dinner time right now, so she's a little busy. Daisy, come here. She can multitask, can't you, baby? Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Come here, pretty girl. Daisy, come here. I feel like I'm babbling. You're not eating, huh? Daisy. So Daisy seems to be a kitty of her own agenda, huh? But she's not too busy for some attention. Huh, baby? So Daisy seems to know her name and come when called. She's a nice girl, aren't you, baby? Yeah. She has a nice rumbling purr and is really happy, even though she's a super busy girl right at the moment. What do you think? Oh, we're not done yet. Nope. So Daisy would be a good candidate for a home that has lots of interesting things for her to explore and some toys to play with. And most importantly, people to give her love and attention. Right, Daisy? And she'd love to go home to a place of her very own. With a new family and maybe even other kitties. Huh, Daisy? She has beautiful, big, yellowish green eyes, too. She's pretty silly, aren't you, Daisy? Yeah, silly kitty. What do you think, huh? And this kitty is Allegra. She's another kitty waiting to find her own forever home. And she seems to enjoy being here with the other cats in the cat room. She's a playful, sweet little girl. Aren't you, pretty girl? Yes. She's very interested in what we were doing over here with this kitty toy, huh? She's a very interesting kind of soft, buff, tiger-colored kitty. Aren't you, pretty girl? She's also pretty young. She's about a year old, so she's still really a kitten. You can see that kitten playfulness still inside. Huh, kitty? Come here, Allegra. Come here, pretty girl. What do you think, baby? Huh? Allegra is happy to get some attention and just hang out with her kitty friends here, aren't you, pretty girl? And they seem to enjoy her company too, huh? Hey, pretty kitties. Now Millie wants some attention. Oh, and here's Daisy again. It's a kitty competition, huh? Ooh. You silly kitty. All right, babies. So pretty. All right, babies. Allegra, what are you doing? You silly little boy, huh? There she goes. So here we are with Tessa. Tessa is a beautiful female hound, or hound mix, a coon hound mix. And she's about 2 years old, I want to say. So Tessa is super sweet. If you see Tessa in her kennel, she often looks kind of sad. She tends to just kind of sit and hunch up in there a little bit. But once you get Tessa outside, she is super friendly and happy and excited. She loves being outdoors. And pretty much as soon as she gets out of her cage, she becomes playful like this. She does this really cute thing where she hunches up and pounces around on the leash. And she really seems to enjoy other dogs. Here she is being silly, huh? So Tessa is one of those dogs that when we let them spend time outside in the runs, she likes to be with others, especially the other hounds here. She's really fond of them. And we've put her in with male dogs, and I believe female dogs too, and she really just loves that. She loves being with the other dogs here, especially the other hounds. And she loves people too. She's sitting right here on my lap. I think she thinks she's a lap dog. And she's very, very sweet, just a wonderful girl. So Tessa has been returned to the shelter in the past. She's had a few issues with being growly at times, but generally we see that she's just a super sweet girl and is really a great dog, and just needs someone to give her a nice happy home where she can have attention and be friendly. And most dogs, it seems like she really, really likes them. At least here at the shelter, she's like so many other dogs, and seems like a good candidate for a dog or a household that already has another dog. Right, Tessa? She's just really friendly and seems to really enjoy being with others, people and dogs alike. And we would love for this sweet, silly girl to find a home of her own, wouldn't we? Yeah. There you go, Dave. Oh yes, you're a good girl. Tessa's a good girl. Yeah, what a good sweetie. There she is. She's a pretty girl. Tessa, what are you doing? What are you doing, pretty baby? What do you think? Are you good? Stand. What do you think, little man? What's going on? He's a good boy, aren't you, Duncan? Huh? So this adorable love bug is Duncan. Duncan is about 4 years old, and he is some kind of a corgi mix. He seems to be corgi mixed with adorable, and he is just too much love. He is super sweet and silly. He loves to snuggle, he loves to play, and he's just an all-around great boy. So Duncan is a really interesting looking dog. He's got this kind of black on his muzzle, and then white and kind of reddish buff colors. He likes a good belly rub, don't you, buddy? Yes. Oh, he's so happy and he's super playful. Yeah. So Duncan would be great for a family who enjoys a snuggly boy. And it seems like he also really likes dogs. He's liked all the dogs that he's met here and has spent time with them out in the dog runs and the dog kennels, and just thinks it is so much fun to spend time with other dogs and with people. Duncan, are you getting frisky? Oop. What are you doing? What are you doing, Duncan? What are you doing? Duncan, my goodness. Come here, little boy. Come here. Come here. That's right. Oh, he's exhausted himself. Yeah. What a goober. You're a silly goober. You're silly. Oh my goodness. Look at you. What are you doing? Are you exhausted now? You've got more? Yeah. Duncan is just a super playful love bug. We adore him. He's so cute. Hard to believe he was a stray, huh? Yeah. He's just so adorable. So Duncan would be a great candidate for anyone who loves lots of silly, playful doggy puppy loves, huh? And also anyone who has another dog, it seems like he really enjoys them too. So he'd be great for somebody who already has a dog who seems to like others, or maybe is ready to start with one dog right now and maybe have another one later on. Right, Duncan? You're just a happy boy. Likes a little puppy massage, huh? What do you think? Come here, bud. So Duncan is ready and waiting to meet you. Aren't you? So cute. What do you think? Look at your curly tail. It's so cute. Yeah. He's a silly boy. There he goes. He's a big silly boy. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so fun, huh? That's so fun. What a goober, Duncan. What a goob. You're such a silly boy, huh? You're silly, huh? You're a silly boy. Oh my goodness, it's just too much. Just too much, huh? Super playful. Those are just playful loves, huh? Oh my gosh. He's cute. Come here, Duncan. Come here. Gotta stop, you crazy boy. What are you doing? What? Duncan, come here, bud. Come here. What do you think? What have you got to say for yourself, Duncan? You ready to go home? Yeah. So this beautiful German Shepherd is Molly. Molly's a very recent surrender to the shelter, so she's still adjusting and she's kind of nervous. It's okay, Molly. There's a lot of new sights and sounds here for her to check out, so she's still adjusting. Molly is about 8 years old, and so we'd really love for her to find a home soon. Shepherds are a very sensitive breed, and it can be challenging for them to be in an environment like the shelter where there's a lot going on and they're just not certain about what's happening. But she is a beautiful girl. She seems to have really nice manners. She walks well on the leash. She's a sweetheart. And she is house trained and can be trusted in the house. She's lived with men, women, and children in the past, and that seems to be good for her. Right, baby? She's a beautiful girl. She's got great chocolate brown eyes and kind of the classic shepherd coloring. And even though she's a little shy right now, she's doing a great job getting some attention and enjoying the nice cool breeze. Huh, Molly? So shepherds are a wonderful breed. I have one at home, and he's a super great dog, and sometimes they can be a little shy at first, but once you give them a chance to get to know you, they really pay you back with all their love and loyalty and dedication. So Molly would love to find another home to spend the rest of her years in, even though she's 8. You know, she can live much longer than that, can't you, baby girl? She's got lots of life left. So if you're interested in meeting Molly and getting to know her more, she's waiting right here at the Humane Society and would love to go home really soon. All right. Well, this great guy is Kino, and Kino is just super unique. He is so interesting. We think he is a lab greyhound type mix, and he is just a super love bug. He has this really unique shaped head and just a beautiful face with these piercing eyes, and he gives you one of those looks where he's just giving you his undivided attention. And he's very playful and silly. He's a young dog, and he's very energetic. He loves to run around and play outside. Mud puddles are some of his favorite things, aren't they, Kino? Yes, he loves the mud. He loves to roll in the mud and be covered in the mud. I've taken him out of the crates myself outside, and he's been covered his whole belly in mud. You couldn't even tell what color dog he was anymore, huh? But he just loves life, and he's really great with other dogs. He really loves spending time with them here. He's one of those dogs who, when he goes out, he likes to be with somebody else and run and play and romp in the mud together. But he's very loving. He's been giving me some nice snuggles here. Yeah, belly rubs. Right, Kino. And he's been here kind of a while, and we'd really like to find him a home. It's hard to believe that a dog who's this handsome and playful and happy and has such good good manners with the other dogs is still here. He's just a really, really handsome boy. He is a little bit of an escape artist. I think it's more that he just wants to get out and explore than that he's really trying to get himself into any kind of trouble. But his new family will just need to be conscious of the fact to, double check their gates or the run and make sure that it's all secure, because he is a runner and that might be part of the greyhound in him, although he does tend to come back, so that part is good. But he's one of the favorites around here because he's just such a great boy, and as you can see, he's got really nice manners and super good looks, huh, Kino? And Kino would love to have a home of his own, and he'd love to share it with a dog in his family. And if you think you might like a couple of dogs, he has lots of doggy friends here too who would like to go home. And he's a male dog, but he seems to get along well with other male dogs too. And for some males that can be a challenge, but not for Kino because he's just super friendly. Oh my goodness, look at that. He just needs more love, right? More love, that's right. So Kino definitely needs to go home soon so he can share his love with somebody all the time. Right, handsome? Yeah. What a good boy. What a great boy, Kino, huh? Are we good? So this handsome guy is Trigger. So Trigger is still a puppy. A lot of people will come into the shelter and ask us if we have every puppy or if we have any puppies, and here is one right now. So he's a little big, and that's because he's about 9 months old or so. He's actually been here for a little while, which is kind of hard to believe because he's just a cutie pie. And puppies, even though a lot of people, love them and they're super cute, and who couldn't love a puppy, huh? They do grow really fast, and so Trigger's a good size still. He's still young, and he's a great, great boy, and he would love to find a home with somebody who would be willing to give him lots of love and attention, huh? So Trigger's a really nice boy. He's handsome. He's got this nice shiny coat, pretty black and white markings, and he's a big snuggler. Yes, he likes to give kisses. So Trigger is really great with other dogs here. Kino, who's also on the show today, is one of his best buds in the whole wide world. And Trigger would be great to go home with another dog. He seems to like pretty much most of the dogs he's met here. Other boy dogs seem fine. Doesn't seem to have any issues with girl dogs that I know of, no. Loves people, obviously he's a super snuggle bug. Yeah. And Kino loves to play. He likes to be out on the leash and take a nice romp around. Kino, no, his name is Trigger. His friend is Kino, huh? So Trigger loves to be out on the leash. He loves to be outdoors. He likes spending time in the runs out here. And like his friend Kino, mud is definitely not an obstacle to Trigger. He thinks mud is great. Mud is super fun. Yes, he likes to play around in it. Yes. So you see him kind of mouthing me here, and that's just normal puppy behavior. It is something that his family will want to work on with him, but pretty much he's just excited and he wants to express that. And dogs express a lot of their feelings with their mouths, and in a home he would be grabbing his toys and his family would teach him to do that. I do that with my 2-year-old young dog at home still sometimes because it's just something they need to learn, and he's a puppy who's still here at the shelter and he just hasn't learned it yet. But he's not being mean, he's just really friendly and excited. Aren't you? Aren't you, Trigger? You leave that alone. Yeah. He's just a really great boy, super friendly, loves people, loves other dogs, loves to play. He's got a great, happy attitude, especially for someone who's been here for a little while, because that can be hard on dogs, especially babies. Babies who need to be snuggled and loved. So if you're looking for a nice, active, happy-go-lucky dog to have lots of fun and attention with, and share your home and maybe some other dogs with, Trigger would be a great fit for you. Wouldn't you, bud? Wouldn't you, huh? Oh my goodness, you're so silly. Yes, you're a silly boy. You're just playing, but you're gonna look ferocious, huh? Oh yes, you're gonna chomp on some grass. That's pretty typical silly dog behavior too, huh? Oh yeah, look at that, right in the mouth. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's a good life, huh, bud? Yeah. Did you swallow it? I bet you did. What a goober. You doing, Trigger? What you doing, silly boy? You like a good belly rub, huh? Your tail's just a wagging back here. Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh, a silly puppy. You've still got pretty big feet. I think you could grow maybe just a little bit more, huh? Tucker is another big dog who's really still just a baby. He's about 1 year old, and he's some kind of pit bull mix with something tall and dark and handsome, huh? So Tucker has no idea he's a big dog, and he's really energetic, and he just wants to share his energy and enthusiasm and love with the whole world. So he's a good boy, and he likes to give kisses, and yes, and snuggles and hugs, but because he's so big and strong, it can be a little challenging to manage him sometimes. Yes, like right now, for example. Tucker, you gotta stop. Come here, bud. Come here. You're on TV, you gotta be good. Yes, I know. I love you too, but you're gonna hold still. Yeah. So Tucker would definitely be a great fit for an active home. He loves to go outdoors. He likes to take walks. He is currently strong on the leash. Part of that is pent-up energy, and part of that is that he could just use some training, but he's really smart and he's a good boy. So he would be a good candidate for obedience training for sure. And he just has lots of love to give, so he'd love a family that wants to get and receive and give lots of love to a great big boy. Yeah, big dogs are great, huh, Tucker? So Tucker also seems to enjoy the company of other dogs. Yeah, thank you. He's a good, friendly boy. He likes to make friends. Yes, and he seems to like guy dogs and girl dogs and just be a pretty happy guy. So he's another dog who would enjoy some social time with friends of his dog, dog friends of his family, or maybe another dog in the household. We do certainly ask that if you are interested in Tucker and might want to bring him home and you already have a dog, that you bring it in so we can do a meet and greet and just make sure that the dogs will accept each other. But generally he's pretty good about that, aren't you, buddy? There, he's kind of calming down now. The initial excitement has passed a little bit. Bye-bye. So Tucker is another great boy who's been with us a little while. We really like to see him go home to a great family. He's got so much to offer, and he's really just a big sweetheart. Aren't you, buddy? All right, Tucker. What do you think, man? What do you think? Are you silly? Are you handsome? Yes. You're a handsome, handsome boy. Oh yes, good rubs. You love the love, huh? He loves love. He does. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's silly. Yeah. So meet Zoe. Zoe is a beautiful shepherd mix puppy. So we're not really super sure exactly about her age, but we think around 10 months old, although some people think maybe she's a bit further along in her puppyhood. But she's certainly still a very young baby here at the shelter. She's a silly girl. Oh, she's got tickles. Zoe, come back over here. Yeah. So Zoe is a beautiful girl. She's super friendly, very kissy. She loves to give kisses. Yes, don't you, pretty girl? She has a great face with little floppy ears and dark coloring. And she's really curious. She loves to check things out, likes to be outdoors. And she's still quite young and very energetic. She has gone home before, but things didn't quite work out. She's a puppy, so she is a different type of dog to handle. And so her family will need to understand that she needs some training and that she's going to be, still a baby. She does like to chew on things. You can see here she's enjoying some nice fresh grass, which lots of dogs love to do from time to time. Doesn't always necessarily mean they're sick. My own dogs just like to eat long grass, especially if it suits them, huh? Yeah. She likes to play with toys, likes to chew on toys too, and one thing a lot of young dogs will need in their new home is to learn what things they can chew on and what things are off limits. So the best way to do that with a dog is often just to have lots of great toys like Nyla bones and other durable chew toys like Kong toys around, and if you see them chewing something that they shouldn't have, just swap out whatever that item is for an appropriate chew toy, and that's worked super well with my own dogs too. Yes, she's a smart girl, she's a lovely girl, and she's definitely ready to have a nice home. There's a little grass right there, huh? She thinks she's a lap dog right now. She loves attention. She's a good girl, yes. And she also seems to like the other dogs here and enjoy spending time with them, huh? Got a little itch there, huh, Zoe? Poor baby, huh? She's a nice girl, though. So some other things here at the shelter that are going on, other than our, of course, wonderful animals. We'll have a craft fair coming up in October. It will be Saturday, October 25th from 9 to 3 at the American Legion Hall on College Ave. And we have super great crafts there every year. We have a bake sale and different raffles to benefit the shelter. And we would love to have your support by donating items for our bake sale, right, Zoe? It's really exciting coming out and supporting our great crafters, or even renting a table. You can contact Margie here at the shelter if you are a crafter who's interested in selling things at our wonderful craft fair. It's a great early shopping season way to get some holiday shopping in and support the animals at the same time. So we would love to see you there. We'd love to see you selling your crafts there, or your baked goods too, huh? Yeah, Zoe. Zoe's a good girl. So the following day, on Sunday, we will have an American Girl fundraiser too, an event for girls and their American Doll collections. So that's another thing you can find out more on the shelter's website and Facebook page, or by calling Margie. What do you think, Zoe? Is it time to call it a night, huh? Well, thank you very much for watching Paws for Adoption. We'd love to see you here at the shelter to visit our animals. And you can also watch this great program on the TV station's YouTube page, and soon up on the shelter's website and Facebook page as well, and on your local Channel 7.